Now you're probably familiar with this. This is the most expensive piece of art that has ever been sold. It is, of course, Da Vinci, Salvator Mundi. I believe it sold for $400 million. Now, do you think it's worthy? It's depicting our Savior. Do you think it's worthy of $400 million?
I'd say probably it is, especially considering some of the other self-indulgent, vacuous tats that sells for eye-wateringly high sums of money. Salvator Mundi, of course, it's Latin, savior of the world. Da Vinci, well, doesn't need introduction. Not just a painting genius, but also a scientist in the fields of anatomy. He even designed helicopters and airplanes. His manuscripts and scribbles sell for huge sums of money, and rightly so. When you look at this, obviously, you have everything that you need in a classic or valuable piece of art. The message, the subject, obviously, is Jesus Christ. The message is about saving, so it's a positive message. And of course, the quality of the work is sublime. So sublime and superb on every level. Obviously, this is what they call a figurative work of art. It's not abstract, it's realistic, and it's something that you can relate to, whether you look at the gaze, the expression on the face, and of course you have symbolism as well, the hand gesture. You have that crystal ball. I don't know if it's a metaphor for the world, because it's Salvator Mundi after all, savior of the world. So I think you have all those elements collected in one piece of art, and I don't think anybody can easily replicate this, which is the high threshold. And that's why artists were revered and they were paid good money by the church, because not everybody is capable of doing that. Whereas today, we are being bombarded by the sometimes delusional message that you can be anything you want, and merit has been relegated to the margins. The whole DEI thing and the whole I self-identify as beautiful, therefore I am, or I am intelligent, therefore I am, without anything to show for it. So on balance, I would say yes, the price is justified.
Now we're going to move on to a piece that was painted in 1955. This is the second most expensive painting ever sold, I believe $300 million. It came as a package deal, but 300 million is attributed to this piece. It is called Interchange. And do the merits stack up to Salvator Mundi? Is it better? Is it worse? What are your thoughts?
Well, I would say it's not, as you could have probably imagined. Here we are talking about conceptual art. It's all plastic as opposed to figurative. And when we say plastic, it means it's no longer a real representation of the world, as opposed to Salvator Mundi or other realistic piece of art. We can see this from a plastic, we can appraise it from a plastic point of view. It's all about the lines and the colors, or the chromatic aspects as the critics call it, and the geometry and the positions and all that. So this is all about conveying a feeling and an experience. Now, if the person who paid a bunch of millions for that has that sort of feelings evoked as a result of looking at that, kudos to them. I wouldn't spend that kind of money on this. And again, 1950s, maybe still, there was some sort of justification, and there was some sort of breaking the mold or rebelling against the traditional canons and all that. But to this day and age, it has been repeated almost ad nauseum, as the Latins would say that even that rebellion has become pointless. So yeah, I'd stick to Salvador Mundi all day.
Harsh but fair.